She's so cute. So the Wonders of Wildlife is a brief informal encounter. We're gonna start right here with Chippa. I'll tell you all about her. Then we're gonna move on to a couple of the other carnivores right where they live. And of course, if you guys have questions, feel free to ask any questions. Chippa has been living here practically her whole life. She is a 21-year-old spotted hyena. So she's been here a long time. The original owners and founders of the park got her when she was 4 months old. So when she was just a tiny little thing. And hyenas, if you thought they weren't very cute as adults, well, they're really not very cute as babies either. Have you guys ever seen a baby hyena before? They're, a miniature version, of course, but they don't have any fur really, and they're all black. So kind of like a weird rat dog thing.
So really ugly.
But hyenas have a really bad reputation, much of which they don't deserve. Aw, you want some scratches? Most people understand hyenas through the movie like The Lion King, and even in a lot of documentaries, they're depicted as just being one-sided animals. Even documentaries only show, the aggressive sides of them, the fact that they're very, they can be very, mean and aggressive. But that's not all they are. They're not just a one-sided animal. Now, of course, they can be aggressive, and they do have one of the strongest bite pressures in the animal kingdom. That is true, but they're also a social species. So they live in family groups, and they are very social, especially the spotted hyenas, of all the different kinds of hyenas. And so they do form very strong bonds. They can be very, very social and close-knit with their family unit, which, by the way, is called a clan of hyenas. And as you can see, Chip is pretty close with me.
Oh, he wants a little more scratching.
Yes, yep. I live just to scratch this hyena. Isn't that right? She's like, okay, other side. Good girl. She's so spoiled. Now, 21 years old is pretty old for a hyena.
Yeah.
In the wild, a hyena would never be able to survive as long as 21 years.
Oh.
There are all kinds of obstacles in the wild that they have to overcome. And in captivity under human care, they can live into the early 20s, but about early to mid 20s is pretty much max for a hyena. In the wild, like I said, 9 years old is a pretty good life expectancy. They can live up to 12 in the wild. All kinds of complications can happen out in the wild. Of course,